Welcome to Talking Masters Footy with Sue and Flea.
Two women talking all things AFL Masters, the stories, the people, and the love of footy that doesn't stop at 35.
So today's episode is a very special one because we're celebrating a piece of AFL Vic Metro Women's Masters history.
Yes, the weekend saw the inaugural AFL Vic Metro Cup. The very first time players from across the competition came together to represent either the Northwest or the Southeast.
And for many players, it wasn't just another game.
No, it was the first time they'd ever had the opportunity to play representative football.
And for some, that's probably something they've dreamed about for years, or perhaps even seen their kids play representative footy,
Yeah.
but haven't been able to themselves.
No, and for others, I guess they never imagined they'd have the chance at all.
Exactly. And that's one of the wonderful things about Masters footy.
Yes, it reminds us that you're never too old to learn, improve, to challenge yourself, or to achieve something new.
Just like us on this podcast. The
We are a
challenges are
perfect
real.
example, so
All right. So today's episode is about more than the scoreboard, though.
yeah, definitely. So I guess it's about pride, opportunity, community, and making history.
So
So let's
let's talk
talk
Masters
Masters
footy.
footy.
Never going to get it. Anyway, so when we arrived at the ground late on a chilly Sunday morning, you could really feel that something special was about to happen.
Yeah, you could. There was excitement, a few nerves, lots of smiles, plenty of players proudly pulling on a representative jumper for the very first time.
Newly designed jumpers at that.
They were.
Um, mm. And it wasn't just another Sunday game, it was actually history.
Yes, and this history was the inaugural AFL Vic Metro Cup, a brand new representative opportunity for women, and there were men later on, playing Masters football.
And that's something that's definitely worth celebrating because for many women, as we said, that opportunity just didn't exist when they were younger.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, many grew up at a time when girls just didn't have the same football pathways that exist today. I mean, some never had the chance to play any organised football at all past primary school, probably.
Yeah, and some not even at primary school.
No,
Some
depending on where you lived, I suppose, and
had
what your
their
school was.
yeah, some had their school principal saying girls weren't allowed to play footy,
Yeah.
but I still used to go out and kick the footy with the boys.
I was told in high school when they first introduced computer programming, a big announcement came out saying, "Hello, this is for all the boys only. Computer programming has been introduced. Boys only need apply."
That's, I mean, kids these days would just not understand that concept at all, would they?
No,
No, the things
I
we grew
remember
up
that.
with as women. Um, so despite never having a chance to do it, there they were, pulling on their jumpers, running out alongside their teammates from different clubs and representing their region, and that's pretty special.
Yeah. So Sue had a chat with AB, the coach of Southeast, prior to the game. So let's have a listen to how she was feeling about her debut as a football coach.
Hi AB, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, pretty good. Really excited. It's finally here.
Yep, so it is the Vic Metro Cup, and you are coaching.
The Southeast team. Yep.
Yep, and how's training been going for
Yeah,
that?
really, really good. We actually threw in a few extra training sessions, so did 4 training sessions, which allows the team just to get to know each other while we play with each other or against each other throughout the season. It's really important to come together as a team then and see what people's strengths are and then gel also as a team and figure out where positions should be played. So it's been really, really exciting. The girls are really pumped. Can't wait to get out there.
And what's been, do you think, the best part of leading up to this?
I think just the excitement, the opportunity to play, we'll call it representative football, right? So
Yeah.
It's that opportunity. We know we have the Masters Carnival at the end of the year, National Carnival, but this one's special. This is being chosen to represent a region that is Southeast, So being chosen, the strongest players from we come from 5 teams in the southeast. So I think it's being given the opportunity as women to play in this representative football. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, especially like over 35, it's not like you're a teenager hitting the rep team.
Look, and we say over 35s, but we've got some players out there who are, hitting 60, so 58 I think is the eldest on the ground. So it's actually really, really good, maybe 59, I'm not quite sure, but it's really, really good to just give everyone that opportunity, right? If your skills are there, then you get the opportunity to play at this level.
And how do you feel about coaching?
It's been a great opportunity. I think I said in one of the earlier podcasts, the opportunity to learn alongside Blouse, who's been playing and coaching football for a very, very long time. I've certainly spent my fair share of time coaching other sports. This will be the first time as an actual head coach. So I'm looking forward to it. I've spent a lot of time over the last few days, mapping out the rotations on the bench and all the different scenarios but really when it comes down to it, it's on game day. What are the changes that you need to make? So while I've got all my notes, I expect that the game will dictate the decisions that I make.
Absolutely. We'll have a fabulous time.
Thank you.
And we may chat to you after.
Go Southeast. Thank you.
Thanks.
Woo, well done.
Thanks, Ray.
Made that up. Who's up? Is someone older than 58? Is Louis 58?
So then during the match, Flea had a chat with Muddy's coach, Peter, who had 7 players in the northwest side.
Yes, Peter was hovering around like a nervous mother hen.
She wasn't
those
she?
words came out of her mouth.
She couldn't sit
still.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, tried to sit inside with us for a few minutes to watch, but she just said, nope, can't do it. I'm going out. Hey, people. Today I've got with me Peter.
Hi, everyone.
We are today here at the AFL VM Rep Cup, which is our first ever for AFL Vic Metro. The 2 teams are Northwest versus Southeast. And so, Peter, tell me who your club and who are you representing today?
So I'm from the Brunswick Mudlarks, known as the Muddies, and I've got 7 players out there today. And I'm feeling quite mama bear about it. So we've got Bron, Navy, the 2 sisters, so there's Nadine and Shelley Lampy.
Yes.
We've got Deb and Kira and Lani.
Okay.
So the 2 lots of sisters, but they're having an amazing game. It's like half time now. It's been really, really close.
Yes, it has.
At half time, I sort of said to at the quarter time break, a couple of my players I think were a bit hesitant, and I just sort of said to them, like, you're overthinking this, just play footy.
Yeah.
They're having a ball.
Yeah. So they were super nervous.
I think so. I think obviously bringing together a whole heap of women from different clubs. They don't know each other, they don't know how each other plays. I think it takes time. They haven't always been able to train a lot together, which has just meant they've got to kind of learn on the go. So,
Yeah.
But no, I think they're settled in. I think that second quarter.
Yeah. It's the first watching even the first quarter. I mean, you guys have had it a lot in your forward.
Yeah, we definitely had the run of play. I think we probably just aren't capitalising enough on our forward entries. And again, I think that first quarter, I really just think overusing the ball, overthinking it a bit much. But they're in pretty good hands with Chia, so I'm sort of watching on the sidelines and cheering them on.
You didn't think about playing?
It's very hard when you're the coach.
Yeah.
And you have such ridiculously talented people around you. And I haven't had my fittest season this season. I'm not really, I've had injuries and different things like that. So I'm really proud of the girls that were put up. I reckon there's probably another 3 I could have slotted into that team. But I think I'm biased.
Yeah, and look, hopefully it's the start of something moving forward.
I love it. I think it's
Metro.
It's a great day.
It is.
Great venue.
Good turnout.
Yeah, really good turnout.
Yeah, nice and muddy in the middle, but
I didn't go into the middle.
We had a massive dump of rain last night, apparently. I didn't hear it, but...
I was watching the Carlton-Hawthorn game, and it poured down. Yeah. I know, sorry.
That's That's all right. Okay, well, look, it's only half time, and I think the score is 117 Northwest to 2-113 Southeast.
Very close.
It's definitely anybody's game.
Absolutely, yeah.
Definitely anybody's game.
Yeah.
So, let's get back and watch. And thanks for your time today, Peter.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then
Sue also caught up with Morty Alec president Ed, who had 4 players in the Southeast team.
Yep. And it was a challenge for him to remember who they were at first, but he got it.
Wow.
He got it in the end.
Good man.
And yeah, he was funny. And he's called Big Ed for a reason. He is rather tall, and I had to hold my phone up quite high to get the interview with him.
I noticed that, and I'm glad you got Ed and not me, because I'm 5 foot a bit.
You would have interviewed his belly button.
Yeah. Or we'd have to have sat on chairs.
Absolutely. All right, so we have got Ed here from Morty Alec Super Rules. And Ed, what's your role at the club?
I'm president of Morty Supers.
Fantastic. And how do you feel about the AFL Vic Metro Cup?
I think it's a great initiative by the league. It's been really well received at Morty Alec. Guys and girls have all got behind it. It's really good. I think it could grow into something really big in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It sort of grows that community feel that we have, doesn't it?
Yeah, the whole league is a big community, and it's just going to grow with events like this.
All right, so let's put you on the spot.
Yes.
What players have you got in the women's team today?
Okay, so women's team, we're represented by Megan, Timko, Mel. We've got Pip out there, and led by our captain Flick as well.
Fantastic. And what about the men's teams?
So we've got Bo King and Chris Lyons out there for the men.
Fantastic. So, what do you think the players will learn from playing in the intra-league?
I think, like you said, it's the community that we're involved with. It's growing networks, and I think the league are really trying to push for the development of our national rep teams. So, growing the community and networking with other players. It's good, and you're in the team with the best of the best, aren't we? So, it should be a good game.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ed.
Not a problem. Good luck with it.
Yeah.
All right, so in general then, our thoughts on the day?
Yeah. Let's start with the crowd, Sue. It was pretty obvious from my point of view who was cheering for who.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's northwest, southeast. It, creates that sort of like, bit of banter between the clubs that were in those sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was plenty of people there too, considering it was a damn cold winter's day in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of people there to watch and cheer on their teammates playing.
Yeah, like really supportive, and as all footy matches are, in the nicest possible way, totally biased.
Yeah, well, and we may have had a secret support in our bones for the southeast because we live in the southeast.
Yeah.
However,
Fox Hill's literally where AB is stationed is literally down the road from me.
However, as you know, professional podcasters,
Yeah, that's
we're
right.
completely unbiased. Or so we think.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. And it was quite a good venue too, Chirac Park. So it's a decent oval, although all that rain we had on Saturday night did not help the middle of the ground.
No. Yeah. When I first arrived, sort of looked around, there was great sort of a covered sort of supporter seat area where there were a lot of kids and families. Then there was sort of stands in front of the change rooms and the club rooms with a really good function room upstairs, sort of glass fronted that looked down onto the ground.
Yeah.
Which is actually nice and warm.
It was nice and warm in there. Still could see everything and get the ambience, but stay a little bit warmer. And yeah, it was a pretty, I don't know, the atmosphere was just great.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And so the running out of the teams for the very first time. So
yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, the girls were so excited. You could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the supporters were great too.
Yeah. Yeah, I spoke to a couple on the sidelines before, I think it was Southeast ran out. No, it wasn't. It was before Northwest ran out. I mean, one couldn't actually talk to me. She was so choked up, like
So excited to see
she
it.
sort of got me a bit. It was like I'm not crying, you're crying kind of scenario.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
Very,
it was
quite emotional.
It was, wasn't it? And so we've got some vision of the Northwest and the Southeast teams running out.
Let's go Northwest!
And here comes the Southeast side running out. Captain, followed by the players. Go girls! Flowers there. Let the coach through. And then the girls all went out in the oval. They had individual team photos in front of the sponsors stuff. And then Ian Prendergast, who's on the board, gave a pre-game sort of presentation speech. And then we had a minute's silence in memory of two people. So Jimmy Onturk, who was a proud Geelong Masters player. In fact, our Eastern Warriors 50s team played Geelong 55's team on Sunday, the day that he died. And they were
I was at the match.
upset.
Yeah.
They were quite upset.
They were.
Yeah. But Jimmy had played over 180 games of AFL Masters football and had been a life member of Geelong Masters since 2018. And he represented Vic Metro at 2 national carnivals and was part of 3 Geelong Masters grand finals. And so also as part of that minute silence, we're also remembering young Nathan Fitzgerald from Epping Football Netball Club, whose story will remain with us eternally. Could be any of us.
Yeah, no, it was tragic.
Yeah. So, it was nice that everybody, took a minute to reflect on the fact that you never quite know what's around the corner.
No, you don't.
So we've got some vision of that presentation, so we'll pop that in there so you can have a look and hear what Ian had to say, I hope.
I want to say congratulations to all the players that have been selected. Now, inaugural AFL Masters Vic Metro Cup. We're really proud. It's a fantastic occasion. Congratulations also to the umpires who have been selected to umpire today's match. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, past, present and emerging, on the lands we play in today's match. And our sponsors, Estrand in particular, who are the naming rights partner of today's match. We've got James here representing Estrand, so a big round of applause for our partner, Estrand. Couldn't put on something like this without our sponsors. So as a league, we're really proud to be able to showcase over 35s Masters football across women's and men's today. We wish you all the best for today's contest. Let's make sure it's played in the spirit of Masters and our values, particularly camaraderie and coming together in a representative format. We encourage you all to consider playing for Vic Metro in the National Carnival, which is a fantastic experience. And I'm sure you'll take this experience to another level if you were able to join us in that event. We're just going to have a moment's silence to acknowledge those that we've lost in recent times within our AFL community, particularly Nathan Fitzgerald, and a much-loved AFL Masters member and contributor, Jimmy on turf. So we might form a circle to do that. We'll just have a moment of reflection before we start today's match. Thank you.
Yeah, let's talk about the teams then who were there on the day.
Absolutely.
So
Flea.
the Southeast team comprised of the following: Lisa Walsh, Lauren Arthur, Melanie Tockner, Louise Davey, Tori Pettit, Mitch Krupe, Beth Storr, Briley Snell, Katie Jones, Belinda Lyle, Belinda Bowie, Jessica Boyd, Emma Ince, Natalie Parks, Felicity Stainthorpe, Amanda Davidson, Pip Swan, Cara Barker, Stacey Perrell, Emma Furman, Laura Murphy, Michelle Lewis, Kylie Jeffrey, and Megan Timko. Head coach was Anne Backer, who we all know as AB, and Belinda Bowie, who we all know as Blouse.
Absolutely. And they came up against the Northwest team that consisted of Bron McCorlick, Jacinta Brew, Kate Splatt, Claire Rowlandson, Lani Verde, Tara Crisp, Fiona Pazza, Shelley Lampard, Deborah Lonan, Kira Verde, Christina Edwards, Layla Pawley, Maria Camilleri, Sheena D'Souza, Nadine Lampard, Jessica Kirkham, Bridget Ryan, Kirsty Baker, Laurel Irving, Jacinta Tass, I think that's Jacinta Tass, Courtney Kelly, Deb Williams, Crystal Delahunty, and Jacqueline Zordan. And their coach was Chia Sabatucci, and assistant coach was Christina Edwards.
Okay, so to the game itself. And so to the first ever centre ball up of the AFL VM Cup. Centre ball up, and not because the centre square mud would have to find elite ball control, assuming the ball is supposed to stop dead.
Splat in the mud.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, scores at the end of the quarter actually reflected a tight tussle at this point. So, end of the first quarter, the score was 1 goal, 7 points each.
Yep. So, second quarter saw Southeast creep ahead with a single goal, and they managed to keep Northwest to no score. So scores at halftime were Northwest 1 goal 1-7 and Southeast 2 goals 1-13.
So after the break, the Southeast team came out strong, putting on another goal, and the defence working hard, keeping Northwest scoreless for another quarter. So the three-quarter time scores were Northwest still at 1 goal 1-7, and Southeast were now 3-1-20. So at this point, it looked like Southeast were going to power onto a win from the sidelines.
However, Northwest had other ideas.
Yeah, got a good talking to, did they?
I think they did. Chia actually, I talked to Chia later in the podcast, and she actually chats about what she said at three-quarter time. So, yeah, rev up from their coach. The team came out determined to get back on the scoreboard. And with 2 minutes to go, scores were tied, with officials starting to panic about what they needed to do if the scores remained even. Northwest were able to get the ball back into their 50 and pressed hard, resulting in a rushed point. And they were able to keep the ball in their forward line and kicked another point after the siren. The turnaround was impressive, as they also kept Southeast scoreless in the last quarter. Maybe Southeast motto can be, and this is Flea's fault for writing this, we didn't win, but we successfully relocated half the pitch to our washing machines. I know, talking to Bridge from Northwest after the game, she said the player she was on, because she was playing in defence, she kept on saying to her plate, don't go in the mud, don't go in the mud. So anyway,
Because if you do, I'm not chasing you.
exactly. So the final scores: Northwest 3 goals for 22, defeating Southeast 3 goals to 20. So just 2 points in it at the
Yeah.
end.
So, goal scorers on the day. Northwest goals were kicked by Kate Splatt, Nadine Lampard and Deborah Lochnan, all with 1 goal each.
And then the Southeast goals: Lauren Arthur kicked 2 goals, and Mish Krupi had added a goal as well.
Northwest ended up with the win for the first AFL VM Cup. Congratulations.
And before they were handed the cup to celebrate, the player of the match was awarded to Lani Verde, who's from the Spurs. And I had a chat with her and was impressed with her great enthusiasm for the game.
And whilst we didn't get it, unfortunately, because it was very spur of the moment, we'd love to have got it on camera. We did see AB pick up the cup and run towards the change rooms with it.
She did indeed. Cheeky,
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
we've got some video of the end presentations, and we'll pop that in there.
Like poor old Gareth up there, the timekeeper's going, extra time, what are we going to do? And, you know, there's nothing better than seeing the way the game's played. The spirit, the skill is amazing. And unfortunately, there's always a loser. But when you lose by 1 or 2 points, that's the way you want to be. And it's a fantastic game. We probably get on too much. I again want to thank James and S-Trend, who supplied all our apparel. They're our major sponsors of this event. It's hard for us to get sponsors of the competition, but they've done an amazing job. We also have other sponsors, including Central Institute, SAPA, Isla, Lapine Funerals, the Breed Group, which is led by and Top Notch Trophies. So thank you to all our sponsors. It's much appreciated. Today, most people probably haven't had the chance to play rugby at all throughout their careers. So these are the sorts of things that want to bring along with the journey of playing rugby football in Masters in Victoria. So everyone who's played today, everyone got invited down to train. It's an honour and take privilege of it. You know, the results are endless. It's well done to everybody. Please, girls, thank you very much.
And a special video of Crystal from Williamstown. She is having a sneaky drink out of the cup.
Well, it's very easy. Free game, by the way.
Yep. Well done. You'll be on the podcast. Yeah. So let's have a listen to what Lani had to say about being named the very first player of the match.
Okay, so Lani, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me. This is exciting.
So you played with Northwest today?
I did, yeah. I was so excited to be a part of this team and to play, you know, and the first round of it too. So
yeah, absolutely, the inaugural game. And you got best on ground.
I did. I was in shock. I was so honoured. The excitement inside of me, I can't explain just how exciting it was. Just after the win, the close win, the last quarter, everything about it. And then, yeah, getting best on ground, I felt so honoured and, yeah, really, really excited. I feel great.
Fantastic. And so you've obviously enjoyed being part of this first Northwest side. What do you think you've gained from it?
Oh, I've gained so much. This is actually my second year of football ever in my life. So last year I started with Masters and I found that I loved it. I fell in love with football and just every game I feel like I learned so much, but especially this round, playing with so many different people with so much skill and knowledge and experience, I've taken away so much, especially in the midfield where I love to play. And I'm learning my positioning on the field is the biggest thing, and watching really experienced players out there is amazing. I loved it. At times when I was out there, I was thinking, oh God, I better start playing, because I was watching everyone and I'm like, oh, this is so great. Everyone's so amazing. Look at that, kicking at the positioning. I was like, wait, get in the game. But yeah, it was an awesome experience. I'm so thankful that I was a part of it.
Yep, and your home club is?
Brunswick Mudlarks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we had a few of us out there today and lots of supporters, and I love the club, love being a part of that club.
Fantastic. Well done on your game today.
Yeah, thanks heaps, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
And then Flea had a chat with Deb from Parkside Spurs about what she thought, and she gave us some insight into her season injuries and dedication to getting back onto the ground for this match.
Yeah, it was, I do remember her saying, I think it was a partial tear of her ACL. And within a week of doing that, she signed up for this match, which she said gave her the inspiration to be relentless and ruthless with her rehab.
That's commitment.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, now here we are at the end of this game. So tell me who you are.
My name's Deb Williams, number 44, and today I play for Northwest. I play for Parkside.
I can see.
Parkside Spurs, been playing there for 2 years now.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit about your football journey this year.
Sure. We've had a really challenging year this year. We've lost some players, but we've gained some amazing talent as well. Had a few injuries along the journey.
Does that include you?
It includes me, yeah. I tore partial tear of my ACL and PCL 9 weeks ago now. So I've been back for 3 rounds, which is really exciting. Wow. We're lucky enough to have some incredible women in our team who've helped my rehabilitation. Exercise physiologists, a real celebration of women in careers as well as on the football field as teammates. So that's been terrific.
That's pretty amazing, because it sounds like season ending to me.
Yes, when I first did it in round 2, that was my first thought. But sheer determination, I guess, and stubbornness perhaps as well, and just a love of football. I've been back this is my second season after an 18-year hiatus and 3 children, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. So,
okay.
Yeah, did everything I could to get back.
Did you take any convincing to sign up for this AFL VM Cup?
I put forward my expression of interest.
Yep.
I actually put it forward a week after I'd done my injury. And so I guess it was a little bit of a goal for me as well to try and make the team.
Good point.
And to play amongst the women who I've played with today has been incredible. Really,
look, from someone standing on the sidelines, it's been amazing to watch.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was actually so close in the end.
Yes.
I mean, it was quite exciting. We were very nervous. We were watching from upstairs. And so who else from Parkside was playing with you today?
Yes, we had Courtney, Minnie. She was playing on the wing as well.
Why is she called Minnie?
She's called Minnie because she's tiny, but she runs like the wind. She's got so much power behind her and confidence, and she's an incredible runner.
Yeah, I think I saw her run out. And I did say to Sue, who I was sitting next to, it looks like someone's child is running on the ground, but I think that was Minnie.
Yeah, don't
and I mean that in the most complimentary way.
Oh, absolutely. Don't be fooled by her size. She's
a speedy little
huge
thing.
Spirit, and she'll take anybody on regardless of their size. So.
Awesome. So, how are you feeling now it's all over?
Oh, incredible. Especially to come away with a win. We scored the first goal obviously in the first couple of minutes of the match.
Yeah.
And then it was
it
was so tough for a good 2 to 3 quarters. But I think we all maintained belief and positivity, and we really supported each other out there. Both teams did, but it's always good to come away with.
I think it really showed in the end too. I think your side sort of kept their heads and really just fought hard in the end, and got the in fact in the end 2 little points at the end.
2 little points.
which
Every
helped.
point counts.
2 little points, but in fact they were massive.
Yeah, they really were. Just some incredible marking and teamwork, and the voices out there were really strong.
Yeah.
Even though we've never played together before, the level of support and teamwork was just exhilarating to play amongst.
Well, congratulations from Sue and Flea's, Talking Masters footy podcast.
Thank you.
We'll get this up by the end of the week, and then you'll be able to see your interview along with everybody else's that we've done today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for your time. Lovely.
You.
Sue then also had a chat with Chia, coach of Northwest, about her experience as the inaugural coach of Northwest.
Okay, so welcome to the podcast, Chair. Thank you, and congratulations on a 2-point win.
Yeah, how good is it?
Very exciting.
Feels good.
So what do you think the turnaround was in that last quarter?
I think, listen, the girls had the pressure and they had contested play, but I just told them obviously in the third quarter, like at the break time, I just said to them, go out, we just need to put a bit more pressure on, but obviously have fun, contest, run, and then you'll get the reward, and I think that's what happened, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They kind of ran a bit over the Southeast in that last quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a lot of the ball.
I think it was putting the pressure on, right? More ball movement and smarter decisions.
Yep.
The ball. Yeah.
Good coaching.
Thanks very much. Can't complain.
So what do you think you've gained from being part of this inaugural AFL Vic Metro Cup?
I think the opportunity was really good, like obviously with myself playing as well, but I didn't want to play, I wanted to coach. Bringing all the girls from different teams together, obviously initially with the selection, but then obviously coming together as a team, but able to be, to play together as a team. That could be challenging, bringing girls from all different teams and things like that. But I think the Northwest team has really gelled really well. We had a dinner and a couple of trainings and things have come together, and yeah, the team played really well together. Yeah, and I think it showed out on the field at the end, last quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And personally, what do you think you gained from it?
Personally, like the experience was like listen, it's a great experience.
Yep.
I gained obviously friendships from the girls, and I was given the opportunity obviously to when coaching it, but I think for me personally it's like quite inspiring, right?
Yeah.
And especially to go from kind of, I think we were kind of Northwest for a little bit like the underdogs, I think, but coming up
I think you
getting on top.
Had less of the Div 1 teams in your
yes,
section.
Yeah, in our selection, yeah. So it's really nice, and I think that's rewarding for me to see that,
yeah.
The growth, and the growth. Obviously, you see the league growing, but obviously bringing the girls together, it goes to show that you don't have to be the best player. But if you come together and you work well together, that's what can happen. Yeah,
absolutely. It really is developing that community feel to the
absolutely.
league.
Yeah, big sense of belonging, and then now the girls know each other. They've had this experience, just building friendships as well. Really. Yeah.
Okay. Well done today, Chair.
Thank you so much.
So today wasn't just about who won the AFL Metro Cup, although Northwest might tell you different.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It is a competition after all.
True.
But backing up what Sue just said, it was really about creating an opportunity that had never existed before, and I think the Vic Metro board and league actually need a big pat on the back for
for having
this up and going and having faith that it would be a success, and it was as successful as they, everything I think just went perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. Despite the panic that it might end in a draw.
Yeah, yes, there was a bit, we'd never thought about that. What do we do? Extra time?
Yeah, no, I think they had a contingency plan, but they just didn't expect to have to enact it.
No, and it was literally in the last minutes of the game, so it wasn't
Yep. So, it was giving the women, often for the first time, that chance to represent. And they took it and they definitely ran with it.
Yeah. Creating memories, building friendships, and showing what's entirely possible in Masters footy.
Absolutely. So hopefully this is just the beginning of a great tradition that grows stronger every year and becomes something that players want to get in. I want to get into that side.
Yeah. So to the coaches, volunteers, umpires, supporters and families, thank you for making it such a fantastic day.
So next week, we're back to normal scheduling. Round 8, Saturday the 18th of July, with hosting rounds at Eastern Warriors, Edinburgh, Reserve in Springvale, and Sunbury Lions are hosting their first ever round at Clark Oval in Sunbury. I'm glad we don't have to travel there. So don't forget to let us know about your milestone players. Send us your match reports so we can make it personal to you. And any other topics that you'd love for us to cover.
Yeah, because we love sharing your stories. That's one of the reasons we're here. And one of the reasons what the podcast is all about. So please don't forget to follow us on the socials and like and subscribe on YouTube and Spotify channels. Please.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. So until next time, which will be next week.
Look after your body and your mind.
And enjoy your footy.
And celebrate every opportunity to pull on the boots. I'm going to say boat. The boots.
All right. Don't miss the boat. Pull on your boots.
Yeah.
All right. So
footy for fun.
And we're just getting started.
Getting started.
Oh, the start was there.